Italy this summer. Now, you might be asking, how did you go to work in Italy? What kind of work was it? How did you happen to come across this opportunity? Let me explain a few things about me and about the travel before we jump into this video. Today's hobby is going to be a traveling vlog, and this is my and me's hobbies. First things first, let me present myself a little bit more because on this channel I never really introduced myself. Hi, I'm Marianne. I'm a university student. My major is East Asian Studies. My minor is linguistics. So I am interested mostly about languages. I'm fluent in French, English. My Spanish is really good. I am also currently going in a third level Chinese according to the levels of my own university. In HSK I might be 3, I think, I'm not sure. In languages and traveling and all that kind of stuff is really interesting to me. I do not know what I want to do as a career, and that factor is really important because that leaves me to have to explore a bit more my interests. How did I come across this opportunity and what was it? So at my university, I went to this summer career fair, and there were stands of a lot of companies presenting their summer jobs, including one that introduced the TESOL certificates to teach English abroad. So I went to look to it, and how they presented it was that they promoted a job in Italy, and that we had to do a course for this certificate before and then apply to this job. So what was the job? The job was to teach English in summer English camps in Italy for kids. I went to teach with a company in English summer camps, and the age range for the kids were from 6 to 13 years old. So the job was basically a mix of a regular summer camp with all the fun and the activities, but also with classes from like a normal school. I was kind of an in-between an English teacher and a monitor at regular summer camps. For this job I had my own class with students, my own physical class with boards, desks, chairs, and then materials. It was also a summer camp, so we had to plan for fun activities, educational English activities to kids that differed in levels of English, to zero English to a lot of English, depending on which students you had. In my case, I ended up teaching in 2 different English summer camps of 2 weeks each, and I had groups of students, little groups of 6 or 8 students, and they were both groups that were from 8 to 9 years old. It was really a fun experience, but I won't share too many pictures and videos from the work itself for the sake of privacy of the students. While I was in Italy teaching in English summer camps, I stayed at 2 host families, one for each summer camp because they were at 2 different locations in Italy. So the trip in Italy was from the 1st June to 6th July. It lasted more or less a month and a week, so 5 weeks. The first week consisted of the training with the company and how to become a tutor. The 2 weeks after that was my first camp, and the 2 weeks after that was my second camp. So I went from Sanremo to Valdengo to Porlezza. Now that you have all the information that you need, let's jump in this video. We landed in an airport in Nice, and then we took the train from the Nice Saint-Augustin station in direction to our destination. This is the beach in front of our hotel. This is the view of the ocean from our hotel. My new friends and I walked around the city a bit before coming back to the beach. The day after, all of our trainees group went to the frogs bar. For those who know me in real life, you would know that frogs have been my favorite animal since my childhood, so I love the concept. Anyway, we went there by walk and explored a bit more the city. The day after, I went back in the city to buy a few things. That evening, we all prepared to go out for a drink. We went to Piazza Bresca by bus and by walk. It was a very beautiful and lively place to walk in and enjoy our evening. We stayed up so late that when we were coming back, everything was empty. The day after, a few of us went to Busana Vecchia, a former ghost town, according to Wikipedia. We had a few side quests, such as this impressive church. We had beautiful views during our expedition, including the animals we encountered here and there. Oh, hi there! One of the first things we saw entering Busana Vecchia was the small restaurant. Walking in this place was such an amazing experience. Here is the first out of the multiple animals that we will find there. Someone told us to climb up the roof for an amazing view, so we did as we were told. It was indeed worth it. When coming back down, we found this open room. It was a very chaotic but funny place. When continuing our visit, we found multiple other animals. Again, for those who know me, you would know that I have a soft spot for Yorkshire Terriers, because my dog was one. My coworkers and I traveled for the entire day to arrive at Valdengo, from one train to another, passing by the Milano Centrale. I met with my first host family, and they showed me the town. These pictures are proof that I was actually working at a summer camp for 40 hours a week. One night during the week, there was a local fun fair, so my host family and I went there to socialize and have fun. On another day that week, we went to a pool club to get refreshed and relax after a day at work. The next day, we went to eat dinner at a pizza restaurant, and of course, their pizzas were amazing. I ordered the potato bacon pizza, and someone else ordered the burrata pizza. The day after, we cooked and baked. We did our own pesto with fresh basil from the garden. We also did 2 desserts. One was a typical Québécois dessert that I wanted them to try, une tarte au sucre, a sugar pie, and an Italian dessert, the classic tiramisu. We ate the pesto in pastas with tomatoes and cheese. It doesn't look like much, but it was delicious. The desserts were also very tasty. On Sunday, we went to a place called Torrente Cervo. We visited a cemetery surrounded by a stream of water. Later, we went in the water. It was refreshing but freezing. After that, we went to walk around the city. That evening, we went to eat dinner in a beautiful restaurant. On Thursday, we went in the city of Biella. First, we entered this inclined elevator, the Funicolare di Biella. Then, we walked around to see all these incredible places. Finally, we went to eat at a restaurant. It was very good. The day after, Friday, was my last day with them, so they brought me to the Ristorante Embarcadero. The views, as usual, were amazing. Hello, little ducks. The restaurant was right in front of the Lake Horta. The food was delicious. I am now back to Milano Centrale. After an entire day of traveling with my new co-workers, I finally arrived and met with my second host family. Porlezza's scenery is very beautiful. The family has a turtle. Say hi! The day after, we went to a restaurant called Agriturismo Patch of Heaven, which happens to be on a mountain. So, we went on a hike to get there. The higher we got, the more we could see the mountain and the lake. The restaurant's decoration was very beautiful, from the outside, the inside, and the higher balcony. There, I discovered an Italian meal called polenta. The restaurant had a place where they stocked all their wine. It was impressive to see. After that, it was time to hit the road. I wish my daily life consisted of driving alongside the lake. What a beautiful view! We went to eat an ice cream close to, you guessed it, a lake. For dinner, we went to eat at a family member's house, which also had an amazing landscape. After our work days, my coworkers and I often went to this beach to relax and plan the next day. We were told that every Saturday there was a market with loads of shopping stands in the city, so naturally we all met there to shop. I have more footage about the walk there and the walk around than the actual stands, but I have a few pictures. I really wish I could have bought something from them, but it was too big to enter in my luggage. I bought these pretty flower jewelry. I'm obsessed with them. This is the view of the town from a small mountain we climbed after dinner. The day after, we went to Cascate di Begna. We had yet another mountain to climb, but this time we could refresh ourselves in the waterfall. The water was very cold, but it was one of the most amazing places I've seen during this trip, so of course I had to get in. After that, we went to a beach to swim a little bit more, but in a more relaxing environment. The view there was simply incredible. We went to Lugano, Switzerland for the last night of my trip. We could only go deep into the evening, but we still spent 2 hours there. We went in the Park Chiani, walked in the Centro, ate an ice cream, and walked some more besides the water and just around the place. It was an enjoyable last night for a memorable trip.